Hello, welcome to Tasty Classics. You find me here, very far away from the Tasty Classics workshop, and there is a garage behind me whose doors haven't been opened properly in quite a long time, and there's a pretty cool car inside, one that's been off the road for 34 years. And yeah, I'm going to attempt to make it run and drive enough to get it back to the Tasty Classics workshop. Shall we have a look inside? This is the first time I've seen this car actually in the flesh. I bought it from like a few pictures and a description from a subscriber of the channel. And yeah, I've always wondered why these classic Lotuses are so cheap really, and why aren't they more revered? Why aren't they as popular as like a Lotus Eclat or a Lotus Esprit? What is it about these old Lotuses that people just don't tend to go for? Well, in order to find out, I bought, well, this one. It's been off the road for 34 years, and I thought it would be great fun to try and make it run and drive just enough so that I can drive it the 100 odd miles and several hours, probably, maybe even days, back to the Tasty Classics workshop. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Well, I'm not sure what could possibly go wrong, but maybe it'll be lots of trouble, usually serious. But I'm hoping you and I, along the way, can find out a little bit more about these classic Lotuses. Now, I know you're probably imagining we've got like a backup Land Rover here with a trailer and all that sort of stuff in case anything goes wrong, but no. We have the Up of Doom. This is Joe's car. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
And we've got my tools and some fuel and a battery and a couple of other bits. Everything I need, surely. And I only found out about this car yesterday. So I've not had a chance to get any parts for it whatsoever, because they're not just, you know, I can't just ring up Napa and say, can you send me some bits, service items for this, because the reg didn't even come up on their machine. So yeah, I've got to use what I've got essentially to try and make this thing run and drive home. But the story behind it goes, 34 years ago this thing was taken off the road, so in 1991. As that tax disc shows there. And it was put into this old boy's garage, right? Not this one, another old boy's garage. And it stayed there for many, many, many years. And he did a couple of little bits to it, but didn't really get very far with it. His idea was to do a full restoration, but that sort of didn't happen. And as is usually the case, unfortunately, he did pass away. Then Andy, the guy that owns this car now, or owned it until I bought it earlier on, stuck it in this garage a couple of years ago, and he has done a few bits himself. And he says to me that the fuel tank's okay and fuel does get to the engine, and he has heard it run before and all this sort of stuff. So he says there is a chance that it could get me home, but we need to just sort of tear into it a little bit really and just check everything over, maybe check the brakes and stuff, and because it's an automatic as well. That's what this 524 denotes here. So a lot of these are like 521, 522, 523, and that's basically trim level on these Lotus Eclats, and I think Lotus Elites as well. It's the same sort of thing. And the 524 means that it has, don't know if you can see there, an automatic gearbox, which is pretty rare for one of these, but I'm hoping may potentially work in our favour today if it works. This beautiful and much bigger car than I actually imagined in real life as well. It's actually pretty huge. It's very wide and stuff. It does look a bit like a supercar, which I'm super excited, and it has the pop-up headlights, which are thankfully in the up position. Yeah, they're a fiberglass thing with a steel chassis. I don't know what the chassis is like or anything, but all the wheels look like they're in the right places, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay. And yeah, the bodywork is, I mean, it's just classic sort of fiberglass stuff. I've had a few fiberglass cars like Scimitars and things, and they always sort of end up like this, you know. There's a bit of, where did I see it before? I don't know if you can see that, but a bit of like bubbling in the sort of paint and stuff, and a lot of the paint's all worn away and things, so it would want a proper respray and stuff, but it looks like kind of all there. I haven't really got round to that side yet, but you can tell it's just been, yeah, it's been parked up for a very, very long time without having a bath. There's also like, see like shiny exhaust tips and stuff that don't look like they've seen much action, which is pretty interesting, isn't it? And I'm hoping there's a, you know, a few new parts with it. He says there's a boot full of stuff, which is quite exciting as well. This side again doesn't look too bad. I mean, one good thing about fiberglass cars is you don't really tend to get much in the way of dents. Fiberglass will either bend in, or it'll sort of crush, or it'll snap or stuff like that, and you have to have quite a bit of force behind it to do it. So they don't, you know, dents wise, they don't really tend to suffer that much, but painting them can be a very hard process to make the paint last. Oh my God, look at that tyre. That is right on. I've not got any tyres or anything with me. I'm hoping that's going to pump up, but I've got my tyre compressor, so we'll have a go. Is that factory standard? Is that how it's supposed to be? We'll just set that screw to about there. That looks good. Travel the steam packet seaways to the Isle of Man. Let's hope there's no steam involved in this. Underneath here, apparently, is a 2 litre inline double overhead cam 4-cylinder, which back in the day put out between sort of 140 and 160 horsepower. This is a very early one of these. It's not the 2.2, it is the 2 litre. And I'm hoping it does come back to life, but we'll have a look under the bonnet in a moment. Let's just sort of peek our eyes around the rest of the thing. World Championship Car Constructors, 1978, and look at all these other years as well. I didn't realise there was a World Championship for car constructors, and I'm very surprised that Lotus won it. They didn't get like a massively good rap during this era of cars, and it was mainly because of like fit and finish and stuff, and yeah, when things went wrong, the engines can be quite temperamental and stuff, and electrics, obviously it's all Lucas stuff, isn't it? And we all know how reliable they are. But it just looks awesome. I absolutely love the style of it, and it's a cool colour as well. Really cool colour. It just looks so nice. Got a lot of time for it. Am I really going to attempt to drive this back to the workshop? That door opens incredibly well for a car made out of plastic. That door handle, I think, is off a Morris Marina. And I think the rear lights on these are off a Rover SD1. There's a few things that, you know, out of the sort of British Leyland parts bin, and with a lot of supercars as well, that door only opens that wide. Yes, it is a supercar. Okay, this is my first supercar on the channel. It's a British classic supercar, and I won't let anybody tell me otherwise. I'm supposed to be in this for like hours. Oh God! Joe, did we bring any masks? No. No masks. Okay. Does this seat go back? Is the seat attached to the floor? Please tell me the seat goes back. Yeah. Please. No, it doesn't. Okay. What do these do? Okay, so, oh yeah, we can have a bit more backrest. That's okay. And does that... Oh, nice. All right then, yeah. Carpets leave a little bit to be desired. Plastic sort of tub, chassis, not chassis, but, you know, body. Oh my God, look at the headlining. Oh, it's very brown, isn't it? Very beige. Look at these rear seats. Look at how they... Imagine sitting in the back of this, like lying down. That is so cool, isn't it? Look at the sweeping design of them. Like laying down bucket seats. I can't believe I'm about to do this because it's absolutely disgusting in there, and that is definitely mouse droppings. But I'm desperate to find out what that's like. Oh God. This is pure insanity. light. It's got Pioneer speakers in the back. I don't know what just flew in my mouth, but doesn't taste very nice. This, yeah, I mean, if the headliner wasn't going down, I probably could sit upright, but it's got a seat belt. That's half. Oh my God, look at that. Can you see that? If I do get this car going, I'm going to have to find somewhere to like clean it, I think, before I try and drive it all this way. Maybe hoover it out. I don't know if there's a hoover here somewhere. From the back seat, this is what I can see. Some parts, and these are... Oh! Is that... No way! Proper nice Lotus centre caps. That's very cool. I like that a lot. What is that as well? That's dead weird. Look at all this switchgear. Panel. Rear def, that's not attached to anything. Hazards. We might need those. Cigar. Look at that, never been smoked in. Amazing. Fan, everything. It's got a stereo. No way that works. And a gear shifter which isn't stuck. Okay, very cool. See what I mean about fit and finish? Door cards and stuff look alright. Don't look too bad, do they? Maybe with a proper clean up it might actually not look too bad in here. Has it ever been... Oh, okay. Has it ever been smoked in? Probably, yeah. No way, is that electric mirrors? That's crazy. I would bet my house on those not working. Oh look, more British Leyland items. Oh God. Oh, the dust flying up every time I move. Okay, the steering feels attached. That's a good start. What are we on? 45,000 miles. I don't know if that's genuine or not, but I'm led to believe, from the little research that I've had time to do, that that could be genuine, which is might bode well in our favour for this engine if the engine turns over. It's definitely not going to work. That's definitely not going to work. Is that a choke? Seems to be free. What else have we got? Rev counter goes all the way up to 75 revolutions per minute. Oh no, it's times 100. Okay. Got volts, we've got oil, temperature, fuel, and lots of wires. What the hell is that? Motorola graphic equalizer. I mean, that's the least of our worries. It's right there next to all the pedals. That's definitely a new ignition barrel, new keys. Okay, very good. How I suppose I'm going to have to like try and tie wrap all of this out the way, because so we've got a brake pedal. Dare I press this brake pedal? Come on. Oh, it's not going to the floor, so that's a start. What about that one? That moves as well. Look at all those wires again. I'm going to have to do something with those. Do they go back in that hole there? Because I'm just going to be pushing on wires all the way. What do you reckon my chances are? If you could do me a favour, just fast forward to the end of the video and see what happens, and then let me know in the comments, because my like confidence level is not through the roof. Like this headlining is not attached to the roof. Should we have a look under the front bonnet? Because unlike a Lotus Esprit, the engine's at the front, not in the back, because that's where the seats are. And I think that's the main difference with these cars, is that it's made to be a sort of 2+2, like a 4-seater with a boot and stuff, you know, rather than your Elans or Esprits. Not got loads of room to work in this garage either, but I can get round both sides. Okay. So we have an engine. Immediately, it's got side post batteries. I do not have a side post battery with me. I've got jump cables. I wonder if that battery will hold a charge. And I can just put the booster pack on it. I wonder if it charges. That kind of looks new, but it is alley, so maybe it's just not corroded as much. Feels like that should be attached more than it is. Is this free? So I think that's not the throttle, is it? That's the choke, or is that the throttle? That does feel like the throttle. Or is that the throttle there? Ah, these are Delorto carbs. I've never done anything with a Delorto carb before. Are they good? Oh yeah, look, there you go. That's the throttle there. That's free as well. Something happened. I can see the cam belts, and there's some like new Jubilee clips and things, and I haven't got a cam belt with me, but I did ask Andy when I spoke to him on the phone what the cam belt was like, if he'd had a chance to have a look or anything, because I just didn't have time to get one. They're not too bad of a job to fit on these either, but that one does look okay. No cracks or anything in it. I think with the mileage and stuff, and when it was parked up, it did have some work done, and he said a few years ago when he got it, he did hear this engine run. So I'm hoping that has kept things free and the engine might not be seized. Fuel pipes and everything look okay. Oil filters in an absolutely ridiculous position right in between all these carbs here. Alternators free. There's wires hanging out everywhere. Great. Ah, we've got a bit of oil checking cloth. So first thing, engine oil. What have we got? Now I'm hoping, I did bring some fresh oil with me, but I couldn't get a filter or anything, so we'll see how that goes. Whoa! That smells very petrol-y. Have a little look at that there. It's clean, really nice and clean, but very petrol-y. What about this thing? This, I imagine, is seized. Oh my God, that's not been open for a long time. Oh, nice. So this is going to be for the gearbox, and please have some on it. Yes, it has red well over the max level. Perfect, because I didn't bring any of that with me either. Those blue electricity pipes look absolutely sound as well. They look fairly new. The distributor's right down there, right in the middle of everything as well. How would you even get to that? You'd have to take all of this off and maybe go from, I don't know, it's crazy. The wiring is just everywhere. I'm going to need to like cable tie loads of this out the way of the engine and stuff, because it looks like it's just going to be ripped apart. Right, come on, what's in here? Come on, baby, come on. Oh, we have brake fluid. Oh, come on. This thing we can do this. I believe in myself. My track record on Tasty Classics of actually making cars run and driving them home isn't great. I know that without taking them to the workshop first, because in Britain we don't have an O'Reilly's on every corner, and these cars are very rare, and none of the parts, apart from the door handles and rear lights, are that generic. This is Lotus's own engine. It's not an engine out of anything else. This is Lotus's own engine. They built this engine. So as you can imagine, getting parts for it isn't all that easy. And we're not really a Delorto carb sort of, country, are we? We're more on SUs and things. But it's fine. We'll make stuff work. I'm sure we will. Yeah, proper job that, isn't it? Lotus. What's under there? Ugh, come on. Why is there a bit of wire hanging out of it? Hey, it doesn't look too bad in there either. Okay, come on. Is this going to work? I don't think that's... We're going to use a lot of tie wraps. I can see that is supposed to connect to that. What happens if I do that? Has it got any charge? That's a negative. Okay. Right, okay, that's dry as a bone in there, so we'll try and get some fluids in that at some point. If this engine will run. What's that? Is that power steering? What is that? Oh my God, I think it is power steering. It's something anyway, something down there. You can see the radiator and a couple of fans. Okay, what everyone is hoping for here is that we get some air in this tyre and it does pump up. Oh, it's got some air in it. Did you hear that? 2 bar of PSI. 2 PSI of bar. Right, let's just try 20 in it. 3.5. 4. We're climbing, it's going up. Come on, baby, be a tyre. The good news is we've gone to 20. The bad news is I can hear air. Now, I don't know if it's just from this valve. Yes, it was. It was just from the valve. Oh, God, I hope that tyre stays up. That saves so much trouble. While I was watching that tyre go up, I noticed, look at these brake lines. They're like really good condition. So I'm hoping that bodes well for the brakes actually working in this thing as well. That'd be dead smart. And yeah, this cam belt, is that going to be all right? It looks fine, doesn't it? I mean, this is very much an interference engine. Very much an interference engine. So driving this, the sort of 100 miles and maybe 2.5, maybe 3, maybe 12 hours home, that might suffer. But the main thing I'm worried about is that there's no water in there and these things do tend to get hot. And the sun's out, it could be a hot day. Does this door open? Oh my God, it does. That's incredible. Oh, look at the spiders' webs. I'm going to be in this car with them. We're going to take them back to Tarpley, Birmingham Spiders back to Tarpley. First thing I want to do is just pull this airbox thing off here and just have a look down the neck of these carbs. And I can also spray some stuff in there to see if we've got ignition. If we can get the electrics to work, because that key thing doesn't look amazing. But if he had it running a few years ago, you know, hopefully nothing's changed apart from all of those wires leaning against. Is that air conditioning? Why has it got air conditioning? Is this top of the range? This one, is this top of the range Eclat? Maybe. Nice little parts tray here as well. It's good, isn't it? British cars do think of everything, don't they? Oh! Oh! The air filter's mouldy. Is that chips? Why has it got chips in it? There's all chips. No, I'm not eating one. No way. If they hadn't been in the engine, maybe. Get your miner's hat on. Have a look in there for me. God, they look good, don't they? Nice little trumpets. That's very cool. Yeah, okay, they don't look too bad. But yeah, look, the oil filter's there, and then the distributor and stuff's down there. Look at all these wires. It's going to need a serious tie wrap job, this, isn't it? Look at all this down here. Oh my God, look at this as well. Proper air conditioning pump. That's crazy. What's that as well? Like a transmission cooler or something, or AC something or other? Looks like an AC charge point there, so it's something to do with it, isn't it? Chocky block of doom. Great. This isn't only the first Lotus I've ever worked on. This is the first Lotus I've ever owned, apart from the Proton Satria GTI. Tuned by Lotus. Maybe it's not the same thing. Should we have a look in this boot, see if there's any parts in there that I could potentially use? Notice there is another keyhole down there. Oh, that opened it. Ooh. Oh my God. Is that actually a... What's that? That is actually a new carpet set. Maybe this car has got potential. If it is properly low mileage and it does move, that'd be great. An alternator box. SJ Sports Cars, there is a chance then it's had an alternator and there is a chance that might work. These are panels, I think, for either the doors or for the back where I just saw the speakers, and they don't look in bad nick either. Look at that, like brown velour. Richard Hammond would love this car, wouldn't he? Okay, and we've got, weirdly, like a used cam belt. But it does look in pretty good nick. It doesn't look any better than the one on the car, though. Steering gaiters. Ah, something just stabbed me. There's a bit of metal sticking out of that one. These are bushes for something. Don't know what. Gonna have to have a tetanus. A couple of brand new track rod ends. This This is a full restoration project we bought here. I'm not restoring any more cars, no way. Someone else can restore this one. Maybe I could. Depends if we are we going to get along? Are we going to be friends? You're a supercar. Come on, my first ever one. Don't be like this. And then there's just some wiring and stuff. Do you want to have a look? Loads of light. I mean, that's a spare fan belt as well, which might come in handy. But these all look kind of like very old and they're very hard stock. So I don't know how good they would be if we put them on. And that's a snapped one. That bodes well. Okay. Oh, nice. New set of points. That's handy. Okay. Don't know if they're the right ones, but it's handy. If we conk out. Load of stuff in there as well, but yeah. Look at all these parts and panels. Okay, right then. Very good. I want to see initially if we've got ignition lights, if we've got power to the points and stuff and to the spark plugs. That'd be nice. I'm going to do that by connecting this battery up and putting my power pack on this battery. Because the battery I bought him is brand new, but it's not a side post one because I didn't realise it was a side post one. Again, you just don't know these things until you get in here, do you? And by that time, it's just far too late. What do you reckon the chances are of me putting that airbox back on as well before we go? Probably nil, I would imagine. Earth needs tightening. Where's the battery? How am I going to tie the battery down? So many questions. So little time. Okay, right. So that battery is now fully connected. So should we put the beast pack on it and we'll see if that key does anything. If that key turns this engine over and some ignition lights come on, could be amazing. It's quite difficult to walk around. This is the mobile Start Your Bastard 9000 and this is full of petrol, and if you believe that, you'll believe anything. Positive on. Do Lotuses set on fire? Was that a thing? It's not drawing any current. Right, let's twist the key. Come on. Oh! Ah! Noises. What is that coming from the back? That's a fuel pump, that's what that is. That's an electric fuel pump. Is it trying to pump anything through? Oh, it is. I'll try and zoom in on this, but watch this clear pipe here now. Look, there is fuel flying through that, and it doesn't look like it's full of crap either. I'm so tempted to just twist the key. Oh, come on, baby, make this eat. Oh my God, there's fuel pouring out of that one. Ah! I can hear it barking, it's definitely barking. I'm just concerned that that is pouring fuel out, but... Oh, come on, baby. It is loud. This is gonna go. This is 100% gonna go. I don't know what to do. Shall I just try and make it go? I mean, it's got fuel and everything. It just tried to go. I just think we should just see if it runs. All the signs were there. I can see the cam belt. There's nothing else to check. It's got oil. It's got everything. If I can make this thing fire up, I can just get stuck straight in to having a look at the brakes, checking the tyres out, maybe seeing if it moves backwards and forwards. Come on, okay. Right, I'm going to do that so I can get near the revs. It's got a choke, but the choke doesn't want to stick, if you know what I mean. It doesn't want to stay out. I'll try and twist it and stuff. I've got ignition lights, by the way. It says the word ignition in red lights. Right, pull the choke out a bit. Is that going to make a difference? Come on, baby, come on. Let's have a success story. Come on! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Don't die, come on. Ah! Come on! You animal! Did you ever see a British car let us down yet? Maybe the Austin 1300. But look at that, it's clear as a whistle. Oh, voltmeter's working. Nothing else is working. Oil pressure. Look at the oil pressure. It's showing oil pressure. Good oil pressure as well. Oh, come on. Right, let's see if that alternator works. Will it keep running? I didn't need this after all. It's just idling. It's just ticking away. This is the sort of luck we needed. Might start buying things with low miles because that engine sounds sweet. Wow. I was expecting to have to pull plugs, distributor, clean everything up, and that has fired straight up. I mean, he said he had it running a few years ago when he put it in here, but that's never a guarantee of anything, isn't it, you know? You just see how rough this thing is and all the wiring and that. It could have been anything. Oh, man. Look at that. One thing I want to try and do to, as Joe just said then, what are the things that you could do to avoid this thing breaking down on the way home? And one of those things is to just have a look at the brakes, because if the brakes are, I don't want any brakes to be sticking, and if there's an opportunity for me to free anything off now, I'd rather do that now, you know, rather than on the side of the road. Oh, never seen so many spiders in my life as well, on this floor as well. Actually, again, maybe like that Austin 1300. These all came off very nicely. But yeah, it'd be nice to check the brakes out and see if she's okay. These are like magnesium wheel bolts. They weigh nothing. That is almost like a plastic wheel bolt. Listen to that. What the hell? If you know in the comments what these are made out of, let us know. Are they turned aluminium or something? That's crazy. They weigh nothing. It is a supercar. Oh, bollocks. Ah, oh, for God's sake. Nice one, Lotus. You're supposed to have won World Champion Car Construction. So it doesn't have back brakes, this car. Well, it does, but they are all the way in there where I can't get to them. I can't do anything about them. Oh, God, I hope these are going to work. Does this even rotate? Oh, man alive, that's solid. Oh, God. Oh, I didn't think of that one, did I? Right, okay. What can I do? What can I do? Right, let me put the wheel back on and see if I can get it to rotate with the wheel on, because that might be a bit easier. And then we can have a look at the front. Right, come on. Right, that wheel is solid and the handbrake is off. I'm sure that's in neutral now. Come on, baby. This could be a problem. I wonder if it just needs to be broken free. Maybe the act of driving it will do that. Oh, God. Right, I'm going to drop it down and I'm going to try and see if it'll move back enough so the front wheels are here, because it might start raining as well. And I can get the front wheels off and have a look at those brakes. Cars do not deserve to be kept in garages and just hidden from the world. This is a very cool bit of British motoring history, and it's affordable. I pay... One of the electric fans has just kicked in. I don't know why, but it has. At least it works. That's good news. I'm happy again, because when it overheats because it's dragging its rear brakes, that'll help. What was I saying? Yeah, these are affordable ways into classic British classic car ownership. All right, that's what I'm trying to say. And this one here cost me £2,000, and I'm hoping that with minimal fuss I can make it run and drive. And it's historic, so it's roadworthy exempt. Sorry, MOT exempt. So no tax, nothing like that. These cars are out there for you to find, I'm telling you. He had tried to sell this on eBay. I haven't just bought it for £2 because, like, I'm on YouTube and he watched the videos. He tried to sell it on eBay, went for about £2 and the guy never got in contact with him. So these cars are out there. Okay, we have an issue. I have no throttle pedal. The throttle pedal just goes to the floor. So yeah, I don't know why that fan's going either. That's potentially a worry. But yeah, the throttle just... Yeah, that's the throttle pedal there. And it is behaving as though it isn't attached to anything. Why is that fan still on? Shut up! Okay. Right, throttle cable, anybody? Where does it come out? Is that it there? There's something. Is that? That's it there, isn't it? Why is it? Ah, okay. Potential easy fix. He says with bated breath. Why did it fall off though? That's what we need to work out. Aha! Maybe because I was pressing it like that, it's come off. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, come on, now I can put some power behind it. Ah. Okay, there's the throttle pedal there. Oh my God, she runs on the button, man. Oh yes, come on. As you can see, that ran and drove like a brand new car. Where's the fan still on? How do I, was there a switch inside or something? Let's turn something on. Fan off. Rear diffuser panel. I'm bitten off more than I can chew. No, it's fine. But for some reason, oh. There's two settings ignition, so when the ignition's on, the fan's on. But I just turned it all the way like old cars used to do. They had like a parking thing where you could turn the ignition on without stuff like the coil being on, which is pretty cool. Right then, let's have a look at these front brakes. A British car was here. That's what they leave their mark, don't they? I mean, that is just the coolest thing, isn't it? How nice is that? It's so good. That tyre is still inflated. Come on. Oh, we have got quite a long way home to go, to travel. Do these things have jacking points? Will it not just go straight through the floor? There is, that's potentially metal. I mean, it's attached to the wheel, so you'd like to think so, wouldn't you? I always like it when I go to someone's garage and they have a jack there, because we never bring a jack. We're always hoping that there's a jack there. Because jacks are very heavy and noisy to carry around in the car with you. I mean, the good news there is that the wheel does rotate without much fuss. And I know you should do the wheel bolts when the wheel's on the floor. I know! I'm old. Done this before, you know. Sometimes I forget. You try doing it, right? It's not easy. No rust at all on the body. Incredible. Okay. That is a rusty thing. There's no lip on it or anything. And I mean, can I turn the... That's absolutely fine. That's normal. That's supposed to have that amount of play in it. This is going to be a lovely ride home, isn't it? Is that bolt actually attached? I think it may need some new bushes. Everything's fine. Yeah. Why was that? Okay, maybe it's just like that because the jack's on it. No, it's definitely knackered, isn't it? Anyway, loads of meat left on those pads, and the caliper seals don't look too bad, but I'm going to try, without getting this plus gas on to the disc and pad surface, I'm going to try my best to bring those seals back to life with a bit of moisture. And also these sliding pins. And hopefully if yeah, that's much more acceptable. So I'm hoping there is movement in there. Chassis looks in incredible condition as well, really. Oh, this could be a nice car, this. I'm pretty happy with that. Doesn't look too bad at all. We'll give that a good solid 4 out of 10. Let's pop that wheel back on with its lovely winter tyre, and then we'll do the other side. This one, as you can see, is sort of much of a muchness. It doesn't really want to do anything. So I'm just going to give it a bit of the treatment now and hopefully bring it back to life. Complete, brake rebuild completed. Fine, they're gonna do wonders. The chassis looks great. Does this one wobble like the other side? Yes, it does. It's just a bush. The BMW was like that, wasn't it? Okay, not much else to do now really. Let's try and get this thing outside and have a look at it in the daylight really. Maybe do some wiring jobs, see if we've got some lights and stuff. Not a lot else we can do. Maybe give it a hoover out. I've spotted a hoover over there, so it'd be good to give it a hoover out, I think. It's amazing, isn't it, if you watch the BMW stuff, which is the t-shirt I'm wearing here, if you're wondering what that was all about. It's amazing how that's such a modern and cool car, and it was only parked for 12 years, and it sort of didn't work, and everything had to be done to get it to work. Whereas this has not really seen the road at all in 34 years. It's just been running a garage, and it seems to just want to drive home with me immediately. I like it. I've got the feeling we're going to be friends, me and this car. Let's see if I can get this thing here just outside in the daylight. That would be the dream, and then we can look at it properly and maybe try some electrics, give it a hoover. I don't know. I'm amazed that we've got this far. I can see the floor. Where's the electric window switches? Do they work? I can see the floor through the... How do you open the windows? There's no window winders or anything. How do I get... Oh, the heat. I can see the floor. I can see the outside through the floor, is what I'm trying to say. Does it look good at least? There's some holes in the floor and there's fumes getting in there, and I don't know how to open the windows, and they're electric and they definitely don't work. Am I gonna have to drive this with no windows? Should I take a window out? Is it going to drive at all? This is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, she is outside in the daylight for the first time in many years, and I mean, it did drive, it didn't move, but it just didn't feel very good. Those brakes are sticking something awful, and I can't, the drums on the inside, I think the drums anyway, on the inside, and getting to them, I mean, it's now an impossible on your back here. I mean, I could do it, but I'm lazy. It looks great though, doesn't it? Look at that. What a cool car. I'm not going to be able to drive this with the windows up. So let's put the ignition on. And I've found these switches. Oh yes! Oh my kingdom for an electric. Oh my God! Oh, Oh my God. When was the last time we had a car where a British car where the electric windows didn't work? I'll tell you when. Never. They always work. British cars are the best. I wonder if I've got change. Right, first thing for me to do now is to see if Joe can hoover this car out while I go and sort some paperwork out, make sure we're taxed and stuff for the way home. Even though it is historic, you still need to tell them it's back on the road. And boy oh boy, is this thing going to be back on the road, on the hard shoulder with a hazard on. I've just made sure we've got 30 psi in all tyres, and they do seem to be holding, which is great news, isn't it? And while I've just been sorting the paperwork out, getting it taxed and stuff, Joe has done a frankly fabulous job inside. I mean, it looks like a brand new car now, doesn't it? Look at all that there. So nice. And I can't believe we've got this. It is very warm today as well. I'm wearing jeans, but I'm wearing jeans because I didn't want anything biting me like usually happens when we go out doing these things. Right, next thing for me to do is to try and get some lights, I think, and put some water in it. Maybe run it for a bit longer, or I don't know if that'll just be a waste of time. I've done a fabulous job of making sure the battery isn't going to bounce on these lovely cam covers. This would be such a nice engine if it was all tidied up, wouldn't it? Cam belt seems to be holding. Oh, God, I hope this works. We'll have to clean all these out as well. They're quite nice. We'll keep those. Good little bolts, them. Nuts, whatever you want to call them. Now look, you know, it's important to mention that this is incredibly sketchy, but don't worry. I'm a professional. I do this kind of thing all the time, and I do it so you don't have to. That's the main thing, you know. And if you are grateful for that in any way, if you do me a massive favour and hit the subscribe button for me on YouTube, so then you are subscribed and you can see me do more stuff like this. Because the exciting news is that next, Friday, so 3 days from now, I'm going down to do another resurrection car, a car that's been off the road for many, many years. Another British sports car. And I can't wait to get my teeth stuck into it once this one's hopefully back to the workshop, good as gold, because that's what's going to happen today. I am manifesting good things. That doesn't work. Does this just spin? I said, does this just spin? Yeah, it does. Look at that. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And another thing as well worth mentioning is that if you do want to support the channel in any other ways, then that would be pretty cool of you. You don't have to. Everything I do on YouTube is completely free. But if you do want to support the channel a little bit more, and also be one of the coolest people in the world, you can buy stuff like this t-shirt from the BMW that we resurrected recently. Or, I don't know why that's not going any further either. Oh, it goes around the corner. Or there's stickers and there's sticker books. Get some sticker books for the kids and stuff. There's all sorts of cool things like that you can do by going onto the website that should be floating around my head somewhere. And we're going to hopefully get this car washed on the way home. As if this is going to even make it down the road. But if it does, we'll get the car washed on the way home. And we're going to thank some of the new Patreoners of the channel. And also, I'm going to tell you about how you can see behind the scenes stuff of these resurrections, of me going to get the car, or like agreeing the deals and that type of thing, and just generally sort of behind the scenes Tasty Classics chat. I'm going to go through how you can do that and how you can join up. But anyway, let me pour the majority of these fuel cans into the car and some of it onto the floor next to me here in the bodywork. Good. Let's do everything we can now to avoid any of these wires shorting out, or an electrical fire, or any manner of massive issues on the way home by using time-lapse. If we make it even a quarter of the way home, I'm going to be flabbergasted. Right, we're just going to see if we've got any lights at all just for the way home. I've got my arms, but Joe's pressing the buttons now. I'm going to see if anything... Oh, yes! Oh, nice. Right, we can use those as brake lights. That's happy days. Oh, that was it. We've got a hazard. Yeah, we've got a hazard. I mean, one's good enough. And what happens when you press the brake? No. Oh, yes. Off. Yeah. On. Yeah. Go on harder. Yeah. Go on, do it a few times. Did come on then. Right, Joe, jump out for me and go and stand at the back of the car. Yeah. And just tell me when the brake lights come on.
They're flashing, yeah?
They are?
Yeah.
Nice. It's just a sketchy wire. We've got brake lights, man. It's perfectly legal, this car now.
These two on the side?
Yeah,
yeah.
Sound.
I mean, they're flashing. We can press it.
Straight for its MOT. We're going back with more stuff than we left with as well. There's loads of like new in packet Ford parts and stuff that I do a lot of Fords, so there's lots of really good gear in 2 boxes there and a few Discovery 3 bits in the back. And these are all from Andy. So this is Andy's old car, this Eclat, and yeah, he's been an amazing host. Cheers, mate.
Well, it's been nice to meet you, and I hope you do something with it.
Yeah, I mean, first stop's going to be a car wash. I know you got a pressure washer here, but we want to, I don't know, just take it, see if it'll make it to a car wash. Give us a chance to sort of just look at it from a distance, I think.
Well, I think you're brave to take it all the way to Chester from here. After it's been stood that long.
It'll be easy. It'll be fine. I mean, if we make it, I think, you know, if we make it to the end of the road, we'll make it there, you know.
Excellent.
Right, let's throw this thing on the highway. Look at that. She's got fire in her eyes once again. What an absolute beauty. Might stand a chance of seeing on the way home if it takes us 10 hours. Chokes in all the way. If she'll run. It's on the button, man. That'll do. Okay. Done worse. Ugh. She's coming round. Got to get these gates unlocked by Andy and then we can get out. That's my home for the next probably 2.5, 3 hours. Out into the wilds, here we go. See you again.
Take care.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Oh my God, this is a road. Which way do we go? Is it left or right? Why is it so busy? Do I need a seatbelt? Right, I'm going to pull over here and wait for Joe. And then we'll put the maps on. Stuff already. Barely even moved. Okay. I've not pressed the brakes yet and I can feel them stuck.
Do you want to just try and get it back and then wash it once we get back?
Yeah, okay. I should have washed this first. Oh, works though. Okay. Take it super steady. I think the temperature gauge is even working, which is a dream, isn't it? This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. It's telling us to go back the way we came. That's not ideal, is it? Oh, it sounds so good. Right, that's the brakes working. This is nuts. This is nuts. Oh my god, it just changed into second gear. I've genuinely had cars 20 years younger than this that have been sat for a quarter of the time that don't work as well. Come on, baby. Let's just keep that heat manageable. Let's just pray these brakes free. If these brakes free off, I think we're home and dry, you know. Come on, come on. I can see out the window, but it's not the best. Joe's behind me. There's a spider on my arm. It's not a spider. Brakes are working. Map's saying go this way. This is what I want to be doing. Not cleaning fuses and finding gearbox problems in old BMWs. I want to drive classic British sports cars back through England to their new homes with me in the workshop, or potentially with one of you. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yet. I'm just watching out the mirrors for like smoke and stuff as well, anything pouring out the back of this thing, but so far so good. Does feel like all the wheels are going to fall off, but the temperature gauge is okay. I'm charging and I've got oil pressure. Taking it super steady, super easy. I want to find somewhere quiet to pull up shortly and just have a feel of all the brakes and stuff. But I mean, you know, I'm coming to a stop at a roundabout and they are working. What do we do now? Can't smell anything too bad. Bloody hell, I might be able to get this thing on the Tower of Power before we get home. Is this ULEZ exempt? I probably should have washed the windscreen, shouldn't I? But I mean, I can see perfectly fine through it. My attention is immediately drawn to how comfortable this thing is as well. It's properly nice. All the vitals are okay. Suspensioning. Right, we've got to turn right here. The arm goes out the window because I'm not sure about the indicators. Look at that. We're transversing normal traffic. Is that choking? Yeah. Let's try and find somewhere to pull up. I can't, can you believe this? I mean, we're looking at it. I can't quite believe it, but I mean, it's here. This is a classic British Lotus on the road for the first time. I mean, this is the most driving it's done in 34 years. That is incredible. And it's, yeah, there's no steam coming out the bonnet. There's no water. I mean, there's some liquid down there, but we won't worry about that. But there's It's crazy. I mean, it's not running great, I'll be honest. It's running probably on like 2 or 3 or something. There's something leaking somewhere. Some oil, but that's normal, isn't it, for these? Yeah, it's not, it could be running on 4, but I think maybe it just needs to come back to life a bit of some sort of British tune-up or Italian tune-up. This is immense though, properly good. I just need to check all the brakes really. I mean, I can't feel a lot from those. And underneath, you know, there's no smoke pouring out of them or anything, so it might be okay. I have noticed there though that the exhaust is just leaning. Can you see it there? The exhaust is just leaning on the prop shaft. That's not going to be helping. Both of them are. Oh my god, look at all these cable ties. Oh no. That's a problem. The exhausts are just rubbing on the drive axles. Can you see that? Right, let me think of something. Asda 8-piece bungee cord set. It's going to save our lives. I'm hoping to God that these don't just like melt. Because it'd be really nice to get the exhaust off the drive shaft, you know. Oh, like that. Come on. Things in my eyes. God, please. Yeah. If that survives, A, it's a miracle, and B, that should get us home. But I'll keep all these, and we'll see. Well, how far that does get us. But that might have been one of the things with the brakes as well, you know, where I felt like the brakes was. Hello, can you hear me? Where I felt like the brakes were stuck. They weren't stuck, there was just an exhaust resting on them. Is that off? Yes. Remember, as I said before, I lay on the floor in petrol stations, so you don't have to. It's a public service. Okay. Nice. As good as new. I wonder if this thing is going to start up or if we're going to need the jump pack. God, what a well-made, lovely automobile this is. Ignition. Probably put it in park, that'd help. Oh my God, it's on the button, man. It's definitely running on 3.2 cylinders, but that's fine, it's normal. I forgot to do the windscreen as well. There's too many people everywhere. What are they all doing? Shouldn't they be in work? Shouldn't I be in work? Oh my God, this thing runs well. Right, I'm just going to put a load of juice in it of some nice Supreme unleaded, and we'll give the windscreen a clean. And then we're back on the road. Supreme 99, what are we on? £1.50 for a litre of this. It's just insane, isn't it? I appreciate it doesn't look like it, but I have just done the windscreen. Oh my God. This car's ready for its MOT. The windscreen wipers work. Oh, look at that, it's amazing. I think it's the wrong size windscreen wiper, but it does work. Look at that. This thing would get you to the south of France. Almost certain of it. Not that you'd want to go to the south of France when Birmingham is as beautiful as it is. Right, M42 North. That's this one. Is it a motorway? Are we going on the motorway? Is there anybody else? Everybody else, are you okay? Are you comfortable? It's quite comfortable, isn't it? I mean, I say quite comfortable, it's very comfortable. It's quite big and nice. Traffic, great. Just what this car wants, to be sat in traffic. Oh God, it's red on the Google. Oh Jesus. I need to keep moving. I can't stop start. I can't. Oh God. This is definitely not what I wanted. Why is it giving me trouble? Oh, right, it's only this junction apparently, but why? Please, someone take pity on me. Please. Having to use hand signals like we're back in the 1950s as well, which is fun, isn't it? Okay, we're on the road. We've got fuel. We're on the road. This is the UK for you, isn't it? This is just... You can't go anywhere without being stuck in traffic. You can't leave your house. You can't go to the bathroom at night sometimes without being stuck in traffic. Oh God, I'm in the middle lane. Oh my God. Classic British sports car on the motorway. There's no hard shoulder. Is this the stupidest thing I've ever done? I mean, it's up there, isn't it? Certainly up there. Also, it's worth noting that Joe disappeared when we were at the petrol station. He just drove out and he went back towards Solihull. So I'm now completely on my own. There is no Joe. We're Joeless, okay? Oh God, it wanders a bit. No, we're fine. Everything's fine. But there is no Joe. So I've told him to try and catch me up. I'm on the M42 North. Where did that cylinder go? Oh my God, come back, please. Oh my God, what's happening? Where did that cylinder go? Don't break down now, please to God, don't break down now. At least if I broke down here, I could go into the cones, I suppose. She doesn't want to accelerate, she doesn't want to rev up. Come on, baby. I might have to try and find somewhere maybe to pull over, and I'm just going to have to pull the plugs, see if we've got a load of foul plugs and try and clean them up. Things keep going in my eyes. Everything's fine, we're actually doing it though. I don't know if you can see the stuff flying around, it's pretty insane. Oh God, scary lorry. Okay, we've got a hard shoulder, can relax, it's fine. Right, we're getting onto the M6 toll, which should be a bit quieter as well. How are you all doing at home? Are you comfortable, enjoying this? crap everywhere. It keeps flying in my mouth. My nose. Ah, what's that? Oh God. Motoring along though, doing absolutely fine. Ha! 1 hour, 32 minutes to go. Name something that feels illegal but isn't illegal. Going through the M6 toll gates in my classic Lotus. It's been off the road for so long. I am covered in all this dashboard. Oh, but bloody hell does this car go well. Let me out, please. Doesn't recognise my fingerprints because it's covered in interior. Are we beating the Hyundai? Come on! Oh yeah, what a loser! That guy just got toasted by this classic British supercar, and here comes the wind again. Oh my God. Right, we're 4.6 miles away from the A5 up towards Telford, and that's where we're going to be getting off. Oh no, he's come back. Okay, it's still no Joe either, but I'm going to get onto the A5 towards Telford and then we'll find somewhere to pull over. This thing is a dream, man. What an awesome bit of kit. It's just going, it's just doing its thing, it just tootles along. What a machine. It's running rough as though. I think it's on like, I don't know, maybe 3 cylinders now, maybe 2.5. I think I'm going to try and get it home and then we'll have a little bit of a look and see if it's, see if we can sort the plugs out and stuff. But yeah, the exhausts, my fix is still fixing. What about this side? Yeah, it's not rubbing on the drive shafts anymore, which is awesome news. Kind of waiting for Joe as well, but he's just miles behind. How has this happened? Tempted to pull the plugs out now really, but what I'm worried about is breaking something essentially and not being able to, you know, like if a plug's stuck in there and I snap it, or like snap a lead or something, and it's very hot in there. I don't know, it don't look too bad. I might give him a quick pull while I'm waiting for Joe. See if we can get, oh yeah, beautiful. Let's just see what these things look like. It might be a points thing or a distributor thing or something, but it looks like it's had stuff, you know, not a million years ago. And I'm hoping it's just foul plugs, because if the old boy was just, you know, running it up in his garage, or even if Andy was, maybe they have got a bit fouled up, but I mean that looks beautiful. That's a nice plug, that's a great colour, burning really well. That doesn't need anything. Let's have a quick look at all of them and we'll see if there's any that are worse than the others. This one here is, which is this cylinder, it's a lot blacker and sort of oilier really. Still looks like it should be sparking fine though, but we'll give it a quick clean and we'll put it back. Gap doesn't look amazing on it either. I mean, it's okay, but yeah, it should be all right. That should be fine. Let's chuck it back in. This one is absolutely covered in oil, and I can see the oil there. Just try and clean that up a bit. I think one of the rocker covers is leaking quite badly. So hopefully that's just going to sort of, well, tidy up a bit. But yeah, It's quite wet, this plug, so that is not going to be sparking. I think that's what our problem is. And look at that tip as well, it's practically touching. Don't know if you can see that there. The gap's rubbish on it, so I'm just going to open that gap up a bit as well. Just give us a bit more breathing space there on that gap. That's much nicer, much better. I reckon that was our problem and it's going to spark now. And look at the amount of oil on this. Right, let's send this one back home. Just been checking, these things are all snug as well, but they all look good. But we'll see how she runs after this. Whoa, bloody hell. You've got to watch out for that. I need a shorter extension, but that's all I've got. I've got this thing. Can I get that in there though? I just need a set of like proper spark plug removal things, don't I? Use the power of the wobble to keep it away from there. Whoa! Happened again. That plug does not feel like it wants to come out of there, which is a bit worrying. I'm worried I'm going to snap this now. No, it's coming. Just a bit stiff. Stay away from that battery. Oh my God, look at the nick of that. That one's obviously not been out of there for a little while. Good grief. Not going to be helping things at all. Right, I'll give this one a clean up and put it back in and we'll fire her up. Are we going to run on 4? Don't need that open, do I? Is it in park? Oh, I forgot to put the bloody spark plug lead back on. Okay, that was a little bit of a rookie mistake, I concede. A couple of rookie mistakes there. Don't touch things onto the battery because it'll set fire, you kill yourself. Why did it want to run? What have I done? Listen to that! Oh yes! She may have got... Come on! She may have got all the horses back. Let's stick them on the road again. Interiors of old British cars is something to breathe in, I'm telling you. Right then, where's the... Pop that back there. A little bit of traffic slowing down here. Oh, she sounds like brand new, man. She really does. Oh my God. Okay, I mean, didn't feel amazing then. Still missing a little bit. Wonder if it is like a... Well, I don't know, maybe not. It's difficult to tell when you're stuck in traffic, isn't it? I think a new set of, brand new plugs, nice oil and filter change, few other little jobs would do really well to this car, but I just didn't have the time to get the parts. There was just no parts availability. I spoke to a couple of places and they were just like, yeah, sorry, can't cross-reference anything. And I just ran out of time. There's no chance I could get anything off Amazon or get anything delivered. It was just no chance. There was no time at all. But that's kind of how it is sometimes. You have to sort of, play the hand you're dealt, which is what we're doing. God almighty, are we doing it in style? God, I went so fast then that knocked the phone over. Been on the road for about an hour so far. We're certainly breaking the back of this thing. I daren't try these either while I'm sat in it. Try this though. Actually, no, I won't. Certainly sounds better, and I'm telling you what, those Delortos sound amazing. I don't know if you can get that, if it's picking it up on the microphone, but they sound mint. Lovely little set of carbs, them. No wonder Lotus chose them for their engine. I reckon this guy in the recovery truck in front of us here has spotted a classic Lotus in his mirror, and he's just rubbing his hands together. Why is there smoke coming out the engine bay now? Was that there before? I mean, just tootling along, she certainly feels a lot sprightlier than she did before. She certainly does, bloody hell. Oh, nice. Right, let's try and get some more miles under the belt. Don't know why, but something smells a little bit on fiery, and I don't know if it's me or the surrounding area. It's gone a bit now, I don't know. Not got a fire extinguisher or anything with me either. Got a couple of big bottles of water and a big drum of water there. Surely can't be me, because she's driving so well, although the speedo has just decided to die, so I don't know how fast I'm going anymore, but must be 120, 130 miles an hour, something like that. So fast, this car. And the engine, now that I've cleaned the plugs, which I probably should have done when we left, anyway, I was just getting a bit excited, right? But it's so good. I mean, listen to this. It's no slouch. They called this engine, when I was reading up on this car, the torqueless wonder. It was one of the first 16-valve engines that Lotus developed, and they used a lot of their Formula One sort of tech and their knowledge and their engine build knowledge to put into these engines, and it's superb. But the thing about 16-valve engines is they're not that, you know, especially if this era or later and 80s and 90s engines, they're not that torquey. It's the 8 valves that are torqueer engines. But this, I mean, it might not be the torqueest thing in the world, but it goes like hot snot, it really does. Very, very impressed with it. But I do really kind of want to find somewhere to pull up now and just have a bit of a look over everything, because I'm not... Oh God. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have done that. Something doesn't feel right. Come on, baby. Come on, you can do it. Joe's not far behind me apparently now anyway. Just seen a message come through. Sometimes I'm very relaxed and sometimes I'm not at all. Sat nav keeps falling over. Right, as soon as I see a lay-by or something, I'm pulling in. I've just pulled over at this Shell, this petrol station here, and nothing is dribbling out of this car. Everything seems fine. The brakes, I mean, that's cold. Warmer, but still pretty cold. Can't really feel the back ones because they're inboard. I mean, I'll do it anyway, but cold. And yeah, the same. It's just superb. My exhaust thing seems to be holding up still. Is that one? Oh, yes it is, yeah. Is it? Oh. Yes it is, yeah, they both are. I mean, this car is just a gift, with all those bits and stuff with it as well. I mean, if it was all tidied up and, you know, wiring done and everything just tucked away and new carpets that are in the boot fitted and stuff, it'd probably look half decent as well, wouldn't it? Maybe shine the paintwork up a touch. Looks like there's definitely going to be shine under there. I think tomorrow, first thing we're going to do is give this thing a wash. But I mean, you can't have much more fun for £2 grand, can you? 34 years just waiting in a garage for some idiot to come along and just stick it straight on the road. It's bizarre, but I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it. Awesome little thing. I can't believe the engine as well. It sounds amazing. Those Delortos just sound so good. Proper trumpets. They go bomb, bomb. See a bit of an oil leak down there as well. I don't know if it's coming from the oil filter itself, but yeah, definitely a bit of an oil leak. That's probably that bit of smoke I saw before. But the noise this thing makes, it's proper 60 valve. God, it's good. What a cool thing. Is everything else all right? Yeah, man. Everything else is all right. Cam belt still cam belting, which is handy because, as you know, on this channel, we don't change cam belts. If it goes, it goes. That's life, you know. Wonder if the air conditioning works. Probably not. I've got 45 minutes left to go. I'm just going to nip in here for a quick slash, maybe get a few cans of lager for the rest of the way home. And then, yeah. Do you reckon we're going to make it? Definitely broken the back of the journey. Might be too fast for me, this car. I knew getting a Lotus was a bad idea. Where's my licence? I've been thinking about sort of what to do with this thing. And I think tomorrow I'm going to clean it up a fair bit more, make it quite nice, and just sort of see, you know, get all the stuff out the boot and just really, how do you get out of it? See exactly what it is that we've bought ourselves, you know, and what we've got. And then I'm thinking, if one of you guys want to make me an offer on this thing, it owes me, well, potentially over £2 grand. But I mean, I'll clean it up and stuff, make it all nice. If you want to come and pick it up, you can. I mean, I don't really want to raffle it up or anything because it's not really a car that I would recommend you drive home. I mean, I'm only doing it because I am a professional YouTuber. Did you see it just light that rear wheel up? It almost went sideways. That's insane. Hand signals. Hand signals. Oh my god, it nearly kicks the back end out. This thing is rapid. But yeah, so if the first person, I'll put my email address in the video. The email address is always in the description of the video, because if you've got a car that you want to sell me that has, you know, has been laid up for years and years and years, and, you know, could be fun for me to try and get going and drive home, then send me an email and let me know and I'll buy it off you. If it's modern and you've only it's failed its MOT or something, I don't really want it. I want stuff like this, you know, it's been laid up in a garage, ideally not on grass. But yeah, so if you fancy taking on this project, the first person to sort of email me with a reasonable offer and tell me how quickly they can come and get it out my hair could do something. Oh my god, this thing is a rocket ship. Crazy. But yeah, if you do fancy it, email me an offer. Tell me how you would come and pick it up. I mean, it's probably best on a trailer, isn't it, really? But brakes work, engine works, kind of does work. It's up to you. Your funeral. It's my funeral. But yeah, make me an offer. Let's do something. I've got another one I'm doing at the end of this week. Let's try and get through them, you know. Bring these cars back to life. That is Joe. Crazy. Why are we sat in traffic though? What's going on? Temperature gauge is normal. Oil pressure is reading an amount. Battery gauge is normal and the engine seems to be okay. I think the clock even works. I'm not sure. Seriously can't believe these windows work as well. It's absolutely bizarre, isn't it? How weird. And some lights and stuff. It's crazy. I'm sure other things would work if I tried them, but I don't really want to. Does the horn work? The horn works, listen. Is this car fixing itself? Is it coming back to life? I love it. I think it's really cool. And it was making me think then, so how come these cars are so cheap? You know, you always see them on eBay and they've always unfinished projects and they're always, you know, a couple of grand. Why? How come? They're very cool things. Well, I've been thinking about it and there's a couple of big differences with this. So if we compare it to the Esprit, which is, you know, this is what they were going to do with the Esprit to make it more like it's got an extra 2 seats, it's more practical, it's got a bigger boot. It's also got a front engine rear wheel drive layout. Interior wise, it's probably a little bit less fancy than an Esprit would be. It's kind of like a more, you know, affordable version of a Lotus. But the Esprit being mid-engine rear wheel drive, having that more sleeker look, it's got a much better looking arse end, much better looking front end and stuff. I think that it's the dynamism, if you like, of the Esprit which makes this one just not as desirable. And then you look at the Elan, and the Elan's one of the most gorgeous little 2-seater sports cars in the world ever made. It's utterly gorgeous. I would love an Elan at some stage. They're a bit out of reach money wise, but again, they're so nice that it makes sort of this one, well, you know, if I'm going to get a classic Lotus, I might as well get an Elan, or I might as well get an Esprit or something. You're in a weird end of the market here where to restore this car properly, I mean, it's very doable. This is a very good example. All the bodywork's there, all the trim's there, a lot of the interior is very good. Some of it does need retrimming though. But there's a new carpet set in the boot, you know. This is a fairly good one with low mileage, some history and paperwork. It's a good candidate for a resto, but it would cost a lot of money if you were to pay someone to do it, you know. And one of the reasons why I don't really want to do it is because it would take so much time for me to do myself. If it's a labour of love though, and a car that you really want to make a shiny example out of, it you know, it's nothing but sort of very straightforward, simple jobs to do. But it would take time, and I think people are thinking, well, if I'm going to spend the time on this, I might as well buy a more expensive Elan and spend the time on that. But if you've only got a couple of grand to spend, there's worse cars you could buy than one of these, you know. And this engine's brilliant. Those Delautos are singing. I can't get over how they sound. I've never had a car with those on before, and being the 16 valve, you get a real nice, much nicer than an 8 valve sort of top end as well, sound to it, induction noise. And that's a lot because 16 valves rev higher up, so the red line's at 7,000 on this, whereas an 8 valve engine it'd be a lot lower. So you're sucking more air in, making a better noise, etc, etc. This is a nice car though, I like it, I think they're fun. But yeah, maybe not as desirable as some of the other Lotuses. pushed her too hard. We are coming to a halt. I feel like the brakes are stuck on. I'm not pressing the brakes at all. Yeah, I'm in neutral, I'm on a hill. I should be rolling backwards and I'm not. Oh my God, the smoke. Smoke! Yeah, I don't know what that was all about then. I left my microphone inside, but yeah, I was going like the absolute clappers. Everything was perfect. It was just like a dream come true driving this. It felt like a brand new one for a short period of time. Honestly, it did. Keep dropping this microphone. Yeah, that was such a fun drive. I'm about 20 minutes away from the workshop. I'm not far at all. That felt amazing. What a fun, it grips. It's just so sticky. That's broken, hasn't it? Oh yeah, it's not just broken, it's completely disappeared. I'll have to put another one of those on there, but that is piping hot. The other one's okay though. Oh, I just don't care. That was amazing. That was so much fun just leathering that then. That is the kind of Scouse service that this thing was desperate for. That's what it wanted. It's been crying out to be brought back to life in such a way. You know, you can't be too sympathetic with these old cars. You really can't. You have to just get them out on the road and put your foot down, you know, and they will respond. They will come back to life. They will behave accordingly. And you'll know then if it's a good one or not because you'll have thrashed it to within an inch of its life. Oh, look who it is, Slow Coach. I've been here for 20 minutes. Right, I need to let that brake cool down and then give it a few taps with a hammer. And then sort of see what, see if I can just sort of nurse it back, I think. Tappy tap. I'm just hoping it was a bit stuck, maybe. Is that one hot as well? I don't know. Let's have a look. Maybe I got it quite hot then, and then it just sort of maybe expanded or something a bit, just to where it like locked on. So hopefully just tapping it now has sorted that out. And I just want to put another bungee on the exhaust. I'm going to take it a bit easier on the way home now. Because we're not that far away, so I might as well, you know, not destroy it yet. And of course one of you guys might want to buy it, hopefully after hearing how well it sounds. Oh my God, you'll do for me. Oh. Okay, stick it back on the highway. Front brakes up. Brakes are locked on. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be James Bond. Yeah, that's buggered, isn't it? It won't move. Let me have a think. Never do this, but I'm about to. I'm hoping the shock of the cold water is just going to... You should never do this though. I can do this because I've done it a million times before and I know what I'm doing, but if you don't do this. Some people say it'll crack your brakes and stuff, but never cracked my brakes. One of the things is as well is we don't have a jack with us, so I can't get the wheels off at the moment. It's not one in Joe's car either. Modern cars don't need jacks. Still properly stuck on, but I don't want the car to overheat either, you see, because if it's trying to push the brakes it'll get hot. But I'll use the rest of this water to cool it down then, and then we'll hit the road. Andy, if you're watching, thank you very much for selling me this car, and I'm sorry that it looks like I'm mistreating it, but I promise you I'm not mistreating it. This is how some cars want to be treated, and this is how they respond to things, you know. They need to be woken up, and this one potentially needs a set of calipers. Oh my god, the handbrake works. Oh. Well, okay, I'm just going to use that. I'm in neutral now, I'll just use the handbrake. So clever. I've only got 4.6 miles to go. It's totally doable, this. Totally doable. But yeah, thanks again, Andy. You've been such a good host today. You really, really have. Letting us mess about with this thing in your place. God, I love it. I think it's such a cool car. I haven't got the time to do anything with it myself. This has only been for fun. I've got a few other cars that really do need my attention. A couple of them that I want to do restorations on, and this isn't one of them. But maybe one of you guys do. Get on the email, tell me how much you want to pay, tell me when you can pick it up. Let me move on to the next one, you know. 3.8 miles to go. I think it's going to get us home. Well done, old Lotus. Well done. That was one of the most fun days ever, I think. See you in the morning. It's the next day, and as you can see here, I've emptied the car, got all of the stuff out of it, all of the tools and things, and the parts that Andy gave us, which was very kind of him, which I'll always make use of. Don't throw anything away, you know. And I've got all the stuff out the boot, so we're going to have a little bit of a route through that and see exactly what's there, but we'll do that in a little while when we get the car up in the air and check out underneath, see what this chassis is like, and maybe take those front wheels off and have a look at the brakes and make sure we haven't done any damage there, and see if they're working again after getting a bit hot yesterday. Maybe I'll take them apart and clean the sliders up, that type of thing. The first job today though is to give this thing a proper scrub. I want to see what that paintwork looks like underneath all those years of dust and muck. The interior is desperate for another hoover as well. I did manage to hoover up quite a lot of the interior of that car through my nose, as I found out in the shower last night as I was blowing big brown Lotus interior bogies into the drain, which wasn't particularly nice, but that's what we do. While I'm washing this thing though, let's say a big thank you to all the new Patreonaires that have joined up since the last resurrection car that we did. Without these guys, I simply wouldn't be able to disappear down to Birmingham on a Tuesday morning and pick up a car. It's you know, they do help the channel, they do help keep the money coming in. It's very, very important. And if you would like to be part of that crew and see some behind the scenes stuff of going to pick cars up and essentially know about what's coming up and, you know, have a little bit more of an idea of what goes on behind the scenes at Tasty Classics, then you can join up as well. There is a link in the description of the video, but if you just go on the Patreon website that you can see on the screen now, you can find all the information there and sign up. But again, you don't have to. It is just a way for some people who want to support the channel a little bit further. But there is other ways of supporting the channel as well. There's a website you can go on and you can buy all the cool merch and hoodies and hats and stickers. And we're just starting the new sticker book as well, which is really exciting. So that's going to be out in October, I think. And this Lotus will feature in it, which is pretty cool. She's had a bath and she's come up beautifully. I mean, the wheels and stuff, everything's come up dead nice. And you can see where there is shine in this paintwork that it is gonna, you know, with a good polish and stuff, it'd come up properly nice. I know there's like bits, but you know, it needs touching up and stuff, or, you know, give it a respray. I don't know. It's got pure potential, this car. Of all the cars that could be restored, this one is definitely got to be a contender. Really, really has. It's so nice. Keep talking to Joe as well and just being like, oh, we should put another week into this. We should restore it. We should, you know, go through it. But I enjoyed yesterday so much, and I've got some other ones like that lined up that I need to concentrate on just bringing these things back to life, getting them here, you know, doing any little bits or stuff that it needs just to make it an easier job for the next person to take on and restore. That's what I need to be doing. I can't be restoring cars all the time. It just takes too much time, and I don't want to be in these four walls. And that being said, I've currently got the Beetle, which is going to get a restoration. I've got the Golf, which I'm working on doing a really nice job of. I've got the Cortina, again, doing a really, really nice job of that. And then I've got the car that's hiding under the cover behind you over there, which I want to do a bit of a resto on because it's a car that I've wanted for a very long time. So I can't keep stacking them up and not doing them. I've got the Plymouth that needs finishing off, you know, this big old bus here, sat right in front of me. Gorgeous thing, but I'm still waiting for the bumper to come back, and I want to do a few other jobs. But you get the idea. And again, I would love the time. I was thinking as well, if you are or know of a VAT registered, wasps, get away, a VAT registered garage around the Cheshire area that is handy with classic cars, and would say, for example, now I get this back and then I could sort of hand it over to them for just some finishing jobs and pay for it, and then I can get this car so it's properly roadworthy, new tyres, you know, do some more stuff with the brakes and sort an oil leak, you know, just little jobs like that. Get them to do it, and then I can put it up for raffle, and one of you guys could win this and take it home. I think the raffles are great because it gives someone the chance to own something like this for like £1. And it just makes a big difference. But I don't really want to raffle something like this because it's just not ready yet. It's not over the line. It's not, I wouldn't feel comfortable with someone who doesn't really know what they're doing to come and pick this car up. You need to, it's not ready for someone to do that. You know, you'd have to be a little bit handy, which is why I'm obviously just going to sort of sell it on as it is. And I'll sort of vet whoever emails me with the, you know, best offer and say, look, do you know what you're doing with this thing? Are you going to be all right with it? Are you coming down with a trailer or a big toolbox and a mate, you know, that sort of thing. Anyway, and when I've been going through these ideas in my head of sort of restorations, I've just pulled everything to bits and just had a bit of a look at what we've got. So we've got a lot of like the cowlings for under the dash, obviously the air filter wants replacing, and like the cam belt covers. Down here, there's a lot of spares. There's like new bushes and things as well, new old stock bushes, maybe for that arm that was wobbling, and You know, you've got all the centre caps, all these bits, loads of these things as well. I'm not sure what they're for. I think they might be exhaust hangers, so I'm going to have a little, I don't know, we'll have a look when we get up on the ramp. And then just, yeah, some other spares in there and in there. Trim bits that need to go back on. I think they're from the roof, but there's a brand new bit of cloth here that's all ready to go, really, really nice, that, you know, you need for trimming these things, retrimming them. There's also this thing here, SJ Sports Cars limited price list, and this is everything for the Eclat. So you've got all of your parts and everything there that I'm sure, you know, you've got part numbers and stuff. It's just awesome, isn't it? So you could, you know, get in contact with these guys and just be like, look, can you sell us some of this stuff? Elite and Eclat. All these boot carpets and things and panels and stuff to go back in, all these panels and stuff, all in excellent condition. I mean, look at these here. They're just spot on, really nice. And look at those brand new carpets, brand new carpet set and stuff. I wish there was like 5 of me. I had all the time in the world to do these things. But yeah, I mean, if you're VAT registered, you've got to be VAT registered, because I'm VAT registered, and it just makes it worth my while. I don't want to employ anyone. I don't want anyone else working with me, really. I just want somewhere where I can drop a car off, say, right, you've got this Lotus now, make sure all the lights work, brakes work, tyres are new, indicators, you know, all these jobs, and just be like, look, make this nice so someone could come down and drive it away, and then you just give me a big invoice and I'll pay it. That's kind of the thing I'm after. So if you know of anyone, or if you are one of those garages that wouldn't mind a bit of work like this and know your way around this sort of stuff, then let me know, because it's a shame to sort of, I don't know, I'd just like to see it all polished up and finished, and I could take it and do a Tower of Power, take it for a road trip. That's kind of what I want to do. I really enjoyed it, driving it yesterday, and I would like to drive it when it's all properly sorted, put it on the board, and I don't mind paying a bit of money to have that done. I think that'd be pretty cool, and this is definitely a worthy contender of that sort of treatment. I honestly don't think that some people consider how long restoring cars actually takes and how much effort goes into it, and it's just like sourcing parts and stuff. It just saps so many hours out of my day. And you've got to remember as well, I've got all the editing to do, I've got all the other stuff to do. So like me getting stuck into refitting interiors to Lotuses and that kind of thing, I just haven't got the time. I don't know, it's just a bit of an idea, maybe a pipe dream, who knows, but I would like to see these things done, really, but I can't do them all. I've got 4 in the queue at the moment, I need a 5th, because I'm sure there's going to be something that comes along that I want to do more, do you know what I mean, than this, etc, etc. Nice little Tasty Classics key ring on there. These are available from the website if you'd like to buy one of those. There is also air fresheners. These smell better, a lot better than old Lotus interiors, so this is going to help dramatically. And yeah, if one of you guys do want it, then just let me know. Send me an email. Just the person who will end up buying it for cheap is going to be the person that says, I can come and pick it up on Wednesday at 4 o'clock on a trailer, and I can give you, you know, X amount of money for it. That's going to be the person who gets it. But I'll keep everybody updated as to what happens with that. Nice. And also, let's get a sticker in it. This is the latest design, and I just love it. And I know this car isn't your sort of Austin British Leyland product, but there is parts from it, from British Leyland. Austin Rover, which this is a logo of. But Kyle did this for us the other week, and I thought it was the coolest thing. We've only got them in the sort of outside stickers at the moment, but we are planning to do t-shirts and stuff with it as well. And I just think it's super, super cool. So if you want to get any of those, just head onto the website, do that, and I'll be eternally grateful. Anyway, let's get this thing onto the ramp and have a look underneath. ramp on these like bits of lengths of wood, just sort of spread the load, and it seems to have worked because I can't extend the legs up to here and I can't see where else you'd jack it up from. Maybe this bar here, but it seems to be holding. Anyway, one of the good things is the front wheels are free, so the brakes aren't binding anymore, which is great. I don't know about the back ones. Yeah, lovely and free. So brakes potentially come back to life with a Scouse service. That's great. And I think yesterday I just got them a little bit hot for the age of the car. Just having a quick look round, I can see it's got quite a lot of self-rust prevention going on, which is excellent. That's what we like to see, isn't it? And, you know, very much old British car stuff. All the brake hoses and brake lines and everything are absolutely superb. I mean, look at those there. Really clean. Everything's really nice. That sort of bush thing at the top there, ball joint, is pretty rough. Definitely wants replacing, or just check it and maybe replace the boot. I don't know, but yeah, it definitely wants fixing. But the chassis itself is, I mean, it's immaculate. It's really, really rust free. There is no rust, there is no rot on this car on any of the chassis components. It's all fine. Bit of, you know, bit of rubbing down and a bit of Hammerite black or something might help, but everything is solid as a rock. Really, really nice thing. Definitely worthy of someone's time and effort, this. I think those were those bushes that we found as well, so maybe they're the ones that want replacing. I don't know. Not sure. And you see the exhaust is pretty new all the way through. It's missing a couple of hangers there, which is probably why my bungee cord hangers failed. But it's nice. The car's lovely. Really nice bit of kit. Nice car. Pleased with my purchase. That was a lot of fun. Very, very cool thing. I think I may have an illness relating to cars. I just don't want to see this go yet. I don't know why. I just feel like if I passed it off to someone, you know, for a couple of grand, that it might end up sat in someone's shed again and just not see the light of day for another 30 odd years. I just feel a sense of responsibility, and I don't know why. I'm off now to see Rob from A51 just up the road, and I'm going to have a chat with him and see if something like this would be something that he would entertain taking on and just sort of taking over the line for me. But if we could get it to a point where it's safe and it's MOT'd and everything you need for an MOT works, it would be, you know, a good place to give it to one of you guys in a raffle, and you could sort of do all the tidying up jobs, make it look a bit nicer. Gearbox is amazing. I'm going to do another resurrection on Friday, another will it run and drive home, and that might be a similar thing. If it needs some tidying up jobs, you know, just let's keep these cars coming. Let's keep these fun road trips coming, you know. And I'll concentrate on some other restorations that maybe I want to do a bit more than this. So Rob didn't immediately tell me to bugger off, which is quite good, isn't it? That's what I thought he was going to do, but he didn't. Can't believe the electric windows work. So what the plan is now is, he can't do an MOT on it now, but he said a good way to do this would be for me to take it over tomorrow morning for an MOT. And what he'll do is he'll have a look over it and just see what it could need to pass a test. And then we can look at how much that would cost if it's something he wants to do. And I can then give him a list of any other little jobs that I would like him to do, such as like, can you get the carpets fitted? Can you do, you know, I don't know, or maybe we leave this for you guys. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. Lots of trouble, usually serious? I don't think so. What an amazing car. And as you can probably tell, my head's all over the place with what to do with it. I just think it is the coolest thing. It's the first Lotus I've ever put my hands on, first Lotus I've ever owned, first Lotus I've ever properly driven in anger, you know, and I had a great time doing that. And I just think it deserves me maybe to just make not necessarily to do it myself, but to make sure it just gets over that line, you know. I don't know, what do you reckon? Let me know in the comments what you think. My head has been a whirlwind since I got home last night thinking about this car. I just haven't got the time to do them all myself, as you can all appreciate, but I still want to see them done, as I'm sure you do as well. And I would love for one of you guys to come and drive this away at some point. It's got pure potential, and it might mean that I free up my time and bring in some extra hard needed money that I can go and do more things like this, find more cars in garages. I don't know, it's got pure potential. Let me know what you think. But as always, thank you so much for watching this video. It has been one of the best videos I've filmed in ages. I've loved every second of it. Just briefly as well, one of the things I really wanted to mention is that this is not like a Scimitar. This is not like a Reliant product. Everything fits so much better. The fit and finish isn't really that bad. Everything just works kind of nicely. It's, you know, it is very, very solid. Usually with Scimitars, half of this stuff is like hanging off. I know that this is all down there, but that just all needs sorting out. But, you know, everything is working. It's nice. It is a much, much higher class of product than a Reliant Scimitar. It's other fiberglass cousin, you know. I think it's just a really nice thing, and it would be, I don't know, it would be very good to see it taken over the line. Nice thing. Especially seeing as we got all those parts with it as well, you know, those parts are worth a few quid. Right, look, sorry it's been a very long video, but again, it's been, fly on me. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching, and if you've enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. That'd be mint. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. So with this Lotus sort of blowing down my ear seductively, that if I was to sort of take that Lotus over the line, it's going to cost me another couple of grand, another few grand maybe, and it already owes me probably 2.5 with the sort of videoing stuff, Joe's wages and things and travel and that kind of stuff. So it's a car that I'm going to put a bit of money into, is what I'm saying. This thing here, I just can't do that with. I can't do it, and it's going to take too long for me to restore it. So what I've decided to do is to move this thing on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on eBay, but I'm not going to do that for another week. So you guys have got 1 week to email this email address and just make me a nominal offer on this car, bring a trailer with a winch, we'll put it on it, and you can take it away and do it yourself. It's just a car, unfortunately, I don't have that love for, like I do with the Lotus. I've fallen in love with that Lotus almost immediately. This, I haven't. I've just done the big BMW. I'm in the middle of doing the Golf. This is not interesting me in the slightest at the moment, so it's got to go. I desperately need the space back. Someone make me an offer on it, please. Come and get it, that would be great. But if you don't, it'll just go back on eBay. Anyway, there you go. See you soon. Bye.